Today I'm putting an end to my scrap pile. Hundreds of scraps, endless color, all turned into a quilt I will treasure forever. No math, no pattern, just pure quilting joy. This video is sponsored by Jun's Journey. I'm making an improv quilt, so I'm not sure how it will look yet, but I've got tons of scraps and I'm using them all. Well, that was a workout. I'll start with one 1.5-inch square, two 2x4-inch strips, and two contrasting 1.5-inch squares. All of these can be pretty much any size you have on hand. Just know that we want a 4-inch block by the time we're done. So, if the middle piece is smaller than 1.5 inches, you need to make it up by making the other pieces larger. And I want my quilt to be completely chill, just full on relaxed, free flow, and that means the least amount of processes I can do, the better. So when it's time to trim, I'm not worrying about symmetry, just 3 3/4 inch blocks of wonky goodness. Mike is going to freak out, but I love it. Let's make some more blocks. I don't know how many, I'm not counting. I just want to keep making them until I give up or run out of scraps. Yeah, I'll probably give up before that happens. Either way, I am aiming for at least 100, and here's another way to simplify our processes. We bulk piece, we bulk sew, and then we bulk press and we bulk trim. The outside pieces don't need to be flat, just keep the inner edge straight for sewing and trim the rest later. But Sandy, if I trim, won't I be creating even more scraps? Why yes you will, but you can use those scraps for the center of your block, or if they're too small, just use them for stuffing and be done. I think I bit off more than I could chew today. I need a break. When I get like this but still have things to do, I listen to an audiobook while I quilt, or I play a game to clear my head. I love games with a bit of mystery and puzzles to solve, something challenging but not too complicated. One game I've been enjoying for about a year now is Jun's Journey, and I absolutely love it. It's free to play and it's a mystery game that's set in the 1920s. The scenes are just beautiful, from the streets of New York to the elegant salons of Paris. It's like stepping into an old movie. You play as June Parker, an amateur detective trying to solve her sister's murder and uncover her family's hidden secrets. Each scene pulls you deeper into the story and reveals new plot twists. It's like a puzzle. You're looking for hidden clues, uncovering secrets, but the time is ticking. You really put your observational skills to the test here. It's relaxing, but it keeps your mind engaged. It's like a mystery novel you can actually play. New chapters are added to the story regularly, as well as season content with unique rewards, so there's always something new to uncover. Also, you get to build and decorate your own island with gorgeous 1920s inspired items. It feels like creating your own little world, like an adventure. And as you move through the story, you unlock new areas. Jun's Journey is fun, immersive, and it's become one of my favorite ways to unwind. You can download Jun's Journey for free on iOS, Android, or PC. Please download from the link in the description of this video, or just scan the QR code to start playing. I really do think you'll love it as much as I do. Okay, I think I'm ready to go back to sewing the rest of my tiny blocks. And if you're not a fan of working with smaller blocks, just make bigger ones. If you organize your scraps by color, something I clearly did not do, you've already done the hard part. Make as many blocks as you can from one color before moving to the next, and soon you'll have tons of blocks and a much smaller scrap pile. Each block uses so little fabric, so there's no excuse not to use your scraps. And if you've got less fabric for the frame, just make the centerpiece larger or vice versa. Now, if your block's a bit short of 3.5 inches, that's not a problem. Just add a bit of extra fabric to the side and you're good to go. Now, this is me following Terry's instructions to the letter. It's from her Color Wash Quilt Scrap Challenge, and I'll link her video below. And this is what we have. How cute are these? Do you like the wonkiness, or do you think I should have taken the time to make sure all blocks were alike? I know what Mike would pick, but how about you? And now for the fun part, puzzling. Like I said, no rules today, just organize your blocks in any way that feels right to you. And as I worked through my scraps, I couldn't help but feel really emotional because some of these scraps I have owned for years. They remind me of a different time in my life, of my cats who are no longer with me. It really is a trip down memory lane. And I've actually tried this pattern a while back. It was my very first rainbow wash. Terry and Kate from Last Homely House inspired me so much when I first saw their videos that I just couldn't wait to give it a try. And that's how I fell in love with rainbow washes. And the rest, as I say, is history. Today I'm making a very conscious effort not to make a rainbow wash, only because I wanted to use other colors like grays and blacks and browns. Also, I wanted to show you a completely different look for this quilt pattern and see how using different colors and combining the colors differently makes for a whole new quilt. And speaking of colors, just a quick rundown of the numbers. We're talking about 100 quilt blocks, 500 pieces of scraps, and at least 150 different fabrics. That's because I end up using the same fabrics for the center. You know, after a while I just couldn't keep up with what I had used before, and I just went with what worked for that particular block. This is a 10 by 10 block quilt pattern, and I do believe it is the biggest quilt I've made with you as far as block numbers go. Not as much for size because I made my blocks really tiny, which I think only adds to the cuteness. I've been looking at these blocks and I honestly can't say what my favorite one is. I have a couple of them that I really love, but there are so many great ones. We are almost done here. All we need to do now is to press this pretty quilt top. And this is one I am definitely going to finish and either keep for myself or give away. It's been a while since I last made something for me, and I think this quilt with these scraps that span over years and years may just be the perfect one. No trimming required either, just a perfect laid-back project. And here it is, an amazing scrappy quilt, one of a kind and filled with history. Easily one of my all-time favorites. If you're a fan of mysteries and puzzles, don't forget to check out Jun's journey. It's free and fun, and the link's in the description. And I will see you soon. Bye bye!